just on a bit of a longer ride for an hour or two, and I've come down to Ellesmere Port. Quite a few lanes round here. I've got a bit of a problem though. I planned the route on the computer, put it in the SatNav this morning, and the SatNav said no route can be found. I had a brief look at it. It looks like there's quite a lot of roadworks around today, so some of the roads might be blocked. Never mind, there's always next time. What I have done though, hang on, what's this? That car's going awfully bloody slow. What is this? Is he blocking the road for that traffic, for those cyclists? Because if he is, that would be stupid. I think he is, or was. Right, to get back to where I was before. I have made a few changes in terms of cameras and mounts and what have you. I was watching On the Road Adventures and I noticed he had like an attachment to his mirror and then a post on a ball, and at the top of the post was a mount for a camera, and he put his camera on it facing him. And I thought, do you know what? That's probably better than what I'm doing. The forward-facing camera on the left-hand side of the bike, that's fastened to the mirror, but the mirror isn't exactly horizontal. I got something like an 8-degree angle away from the horizontal, and it does irritate me a little bit, to be fair. But if I try to do something about it, I lose resolution. So having seen that, I replaced my original mount with this one. It's a bit more vertical, and I can adjust the camera so that it becomes sort of level with the road. I set it up in my backyard, and I just switched the camera on, got the bike up on its centre stand, and then looked through to see that one of my windowsills was roughly level. So when I get home, I'm going to have a look at what this is like. It's a little bit out. I can potentially use a spirit level to get it exactly level. I guess my only concerns with that is I've got to make sure the bike is perfectly level as well, haven't I? But we'll see. I'll have a look at it when I get home. So that's the first change that I've made, and I'm thinking it's going to work out quite well. Having seen how well it sort of is adjustable and everything, I thought, you know what? The second change I'm going to make is that ugly looking mount on the rear facing camera on the right hand side of the bike. And I've done this Same sort of device as I've got on the forward-facing camera. In fact, I just basically ordered a repeat order of exactly the same thing. Today it's vertical, and I had a look at it while I was in my backyard, and I looked at what it was picking up in terms of everything around me, and I thought, yeah, this will do. But when I get home, I'm going to have a look and check. I might have to adjust it so as it goes a little bit further out, a little bit further over the mirror, but I don't know yet. I'm quite happy with where it is in the vertical position, because I can just reach forward and press the button to switch the record on and off. But a lot of this is going to be experimental. When I get home, I'll review the videos from both cameras and decide if I need to do a little bit more adjustment. And bit by bit, over maybe 2, 3 or 4 rides, I'll get them into the right place. Once they are in the right place, tighten them all down, and I'll never need to touch them again, I hope. The third change that I made, I bought 2 DJI Mini Mic 2s. Got them in 2 different colours, a black one and a white one. The white one is connected up to the rear-facing camera, and the black one is connected up to the front-facing camera. The black one I've put inside my crash helmet. Up to now I had a few iterations of where to put it, and I've not been happy at all with the background noise that it records. I now have a new crash helmet, and it is nominally quieter. Certainly at low speed it's definitely a quieter helmet. So what I've done, I've put a magnet inside the flip part of the helmet, and I've put the black one clipped to it. I've also put a tether in there. So I've kind of got it in my head, if I flip the visor up anywhere, if the Mic 2 falls off, I'm never going to find it again, ever. So I've tethered it inside the helmet with a little attachment inside on the flipped up part of the helmet, so it's not like it's attached to any part of my body or anything inside the helmet is going to sort of pull it off when I flip the visor up or flip the front of the whole of the helmet up, so I should be alright with that. The white one then, that is connected up to the rear facing camera. That's a little bit different. What I've done with it today, it's got its own supplied muff on it. I've switched it on and I've dropped it into the pocket in my jacket, inside the fleece basically. And when I get home, I'm going to have a listen to what the sound quality is like. And then if I have to, use more mufflers and move it to different pockets and see if I get a better quality. Does mean I'll get 2 soundtracks. One recorded onto the forward facing camera and the other onto the rear facing camera, and I can switch between them. If the quality of sound in one part of the video is better on the rear facing camera, I can use that. If it's better on the forward facing camera, I can use that instead. I can also, if I really wanted to, run both of them at the same time. I'm going to see which of those is going to work out the best. Not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure that where I've dropped it without any other sort of muffling on it, whether it's going to work out right. But there's time, isn't there? And I can experiment until I find the thing that works properly for me. And the fourth change I've made, I bought this remote control. It's a DJI remote control, and it can control a number of cameras at once. You don't know it yet because I've not used it, but I've got a third DJI Action 4. So in principle, I connect all 3 cameras up to this remote control, and one press the button and they're all recording. Another press the button and they all stop. The problem I've got is that The only place I can get it is too far away from the handlebar grips for me to be able to reach it with my thumb to switch it on and off. And when I get there, it's a bit awkward. Even when I do manage to reach, I can't kind of press it properly. So it's a little bit tricky. I think when I'm away on a tour, like Norway's going to be quite a long one, and potentially I use up an awful lot of disk space if I'm not careful. So I think I'm going to change the remote control and set it so that it just records or controls just the front-facing camera. When I get to somewhere really good, like the Wild Atlantic Way or Trolls Ladder or the Lijsbotn Road, anything like that, I'll stop the bike, I think, and switch all the cameras on independently. I just record them the whole ride with all of the cameras. The rest of the time I'll just use one camera. I'm even toying with the idea of maybe for continuous recording I'll take a drift camera, maybe take 2 drift cameras, because they will record all day on a 32 gigabyte card. The Action 4s will record all day, but they'll take up 128 gigabyte. I have got only a limited number of the 128 gigabyte A2 memory cards, so I'm going to have to be a little bit conservative about them, and that was the main reason why I bought this remote control. But again, remote control is going to be experimental. Can I find a better place for it? Is it worth my while having it set up to control all 3 cameras or just one? The microphones, again, I've got to meddle to get the best. And the cameras, yes, I still need to make sure I've got them exactly level. That'll take me a few rides, I think. But for now, those are the 4 changes that I've made to my camera setup. Now this area on a wet day was always very muddy. We have cows coming across the fields, so let's just keep an eye on it. Look at that there, sopping wet. Not as bad as it used to be.